Hi, it's Ken again here. And, well, you might think I was working out, but I wasn't. Just my Superman apron. Anyway, my wife wanted me to make cinnamon rolls. I was a little hesitant until I thought I could quadruple the recipe, and I decided to do it. So we're going to make some cinnamon rolls. So what you're going to need for a quadruple batch of cinnamon rolls is 14 to 16 cups of flour, a cup and a third of sugar, 4 teaspoons of salt, 8 packages of yeast. A package of yeast is a 1/4 ounce, so 2 ounces of yeast. That's a whole lot of yeast, by the way. You're also going to have 4 cups of warm milk. There's going to be 4 eggs, and there's going to be a cup and a third of butter. So 2 sticks, and then the 3rd cup mark of the butter. And we're going to go and mix this up. Start mixing this. We're going to mix part of the flour already as we start, and then we'll put the rest of the flour in. I don't know if the bowl's going to be big enough. If it's not, we'll just have to use a hand mixer and do that after we find out it's overflowing. So let's go and get started here. So we're going to go and add the milk, the butter, then the eggs to this mixture, and then after that we'll add the rest of the flour. With the flour, it's going to depend on if you're going to add the extra flour or not, just depending on how the dough looks when it's being mixed. Alrighty, so now that we've mixed our ingredients up, we're just missing the last little of the flour. We're going to go ahead and put some of the rest of this flour in here. It's probably going to take almost all of this. This is 6 of the 14 cups of flour. I do have the 2 extra cups just in case if we need it. It's going to take all this. Might need this. We just want it to be easy to handle, and then we'll get it out and we'll knead it on the surface of the counter. With that being said, we're going to put the dough hook on. Almost forgot about that. So we'll put part of it in and we'll mix it up now. Got about 2 more cups of flour left after this to mix up, and then I think it's all going to mix in the mixer, so I think we're okay. Alright, make sure you got your counter cleaned. I've cleaned this counter multiple times before I used it. So we're going to put a little flour down on the counter to knead it. We don't want it sticking to the counter at all. And we'll dump it out. This is what it looks like right now. So there's some dough on the bottom, which that's okay. We're just going to knead it all together. And then if we feel like we need to add a little bit more of that extra dough that we got over here in another bowl, we will. We'll see how that happens here in just a minute. You're going to want to knead this for about 5 minutes. So we've kneaded the dough. It's about elastic, so about to where it's elastic. We're going to go ahead and put it in a greased bowl. We're going to set it in there and then roll it on over and have the grease side facing up on it. We're going to go ahead and cover it, and we're going to place it on the oven. I actually put the oven to warm earlier. I'm going to turn the oven off on warm, and we're just going to go ahead and cover it with a flour sack towel and leave it on the oven. It's going to be on there for about an hour and a half. We want it to rise to about double its size. Highly doubt that's going to happen because it never happens for me. So don't feel like you're alone when it doesn't happen for you. It still tastes good though. So Got it on the oven.
Where were you?
Well, it's been a little more than an hour and a half. Anyway, but guess what? Check this out. Oh boy. Look at that. It's risen. Or it's rised.
It's risen. Correct.
If it holds when you poke it, it's ready to be done. So we're gonna go ahead and flour the counter. We'll knead it a little bit and roll it out and make our cinnamon rolls. I went ahead and floured the counter, cleaned it again. We're gonna go ahead and flatten this out, kind of punch it down and make it into a pretty big square. It talks about doing a 15 by 16 square, but like I said, we got 4 batches of dough here. So we're gonna do this. Got a rolling pin here. This is going to be a pretty big roll. You might need to sprinkle some more flour on it just to keep it from getting stuck to the counter. We're going to roll it pretty thin because we want to be able to have lots of layers when we do this.
That's going to be a...
So we got it all rolled out now. Let's see how big a roll we got, how much we rolled it out here. It's about 40 inches by 34 inches. Just check this out here. Look at that. So anyway, I'll change the camera down so you can go ahead and see what's going on. We're going to put the brown sugar, the butter, and some cinnamon on it. And then we'll roll it up, cut it up. And I don't know what we're going to come out with, but we got some 3 different kind of high side tinfoil pans here. I want to make them pretty big, so we're using these. It calls for 1 cup of brown sugar and 1.5 cups of butter and 4 teaspoons of cinnamon, but I really don't think that's what we're going to use because I like lots of it. And it's going to be ooey and gooey. It's going to be really good. So we'll figure out what we're going to use here in a minute. Alright, so rolled it on down a little more square. This side was a little high. It's about the same size as before though. So we got some butter. Make sure the butter is softened already. If not, put it in the microwave half power and try it out for 30 seconds and just make sure it doesn't melt all the way because that's the oven's job. Once I figure out how much we put on, I'll let you know in the comments. Hey, also remember, if you like my videos, make sure you smash that like button and also subscribe to the channel. Alrighty, we got about 2 cups of butter, a little over 2 cups of butter right now. We're gonna go ahead and plop it on here. Had a little bit left from earlier when I made the other spot. So what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to spread this around, cover the entire thing. Put as much butter on as you want to, or put as little. Don't matter to me. I mean, if you want to taste good, put a little more butter. I got some helping hands here. I got my son Tennessee and my daughter Caitlin. She's here, and TJ. There he is, right there. Here you go. Hold that. Bam! That was a little more than 2 cups of butter, maybe 2 1/4. I actually think it turned out really good. Got a good even coat on it. If we were painting a car, someone would be happy. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put the brown sugar and then we'll put the cinnamon on. And like I said, we're just going to put on however much we think we need. Alrighty, so that was 1.5 bags of brown sugar. Like I said, I'm going to put the full recipe that we used in the comments, so I'll let you know what that equals out to a little later. It's time for our cinnamon now. We're just going to shake the crap out of it and put it all over it.
Stick the cat. At least I do it.
I want to say I think the recipe calls for 4 teaspoons of cinnamon. I mean, we're not looking at burning someone's taste buds, but we are going to get it all over it.
Because my wife likes cinnamon.
I'm going to have this anymore.
My wife loves cinnamon. Hacha, hacha. Or wait, how's that one dude do it? He does it this way. Goes like this, and he's like this. Yeah, I've seen those ones. Hey, Keelan.
You gotta go like this.
I just tasted really good. I'm going up this. I'm going up yours. I'm going up it.
Hey, Dad, I think you can
I'm
settle
going
down.
up you, and I'm going to just
Settle
tell
down.
you all the time,
Settle
and
down.
I'm going to let you go like.
All right, now that we've covered the air in cinnamon dust, we're gonna go ahead and roll it. This is gonna be a little hard because this is a pretty big cinnamon roll.
Mom.
All right, we got a cinnamon log, which is right over 4 feet long, and I would say the thickest part of the cinnamon roll is about 4 inches, and the thinnest part of the cinnamon roll is probably about 3 inches.
And I can see it.
Anyway, hopefully you're not doing this step for step with me. Turn your oven on about 15 minutes ago to 350 so it will get preheated. And that is my son wanting the light on in the oven so he can see nothing cooking right now. Alright, so we got the pans all greased up. Just use some.
Yes, I'm going. Look at my stuff in my cake.
Just got some vegetable oil spray. Like I said, the oven needs to be at 350. We are going to cut these, put them in the pan. We're going to let them rise for half an hour. And thank God he washed his hands. "19 cinnamon rolls. Check this baby out. Look at this. Look at that thing. That's huge.
Oh my gosh.
Boy,
TJ, back up.
look at that. All right, so we got 19 cinnamon rolls here. We're going to let them rise for half an hour. They should fill the pans up pretty good. We're going to go ahead and prop the door just a little bit. A little bit of heat coming out of here. There's also heat coming out of the back out of here. Remember, you're not trying to cook them. You're just trying to get them to raise more. We're going to leave them like this for a half an hour. Cover them up with a couple of flour sack towels. And they're going to be delicious. Alright, it's been a little more than a half an hour, but our cinnamon rolls have risen pretty good. So they're going to go into the oven at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. We'll see because they are a lot taller than your normal cinnamon roll. We're going to go ahead and make 2 batches of the cream cheese frosting. It's going to be 2 blocks of cream cheese, so 16 ounces. It'll be 6 to 8 cups of powdered sugar, and there's going to be 2 sticks of butter, so a cup of butter, and there's going to be 4 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think it's done. There you go. It's all whipped together. It's pretty smooth. It's going to be delicious on the cinnamon rolls. Alright, so took 30 minutes to bake them all the way through. Checked them with a toothpick, but they are, first batch is done. We're going to flip them over on this tray and want it to put all the ooiness spread on the cinnamon roll. Then just flip it over. And hopefully it all works out for you. If not, I didn't tell you how to cook it. Oh, look at those. Look at those. I'm going to go ahead and just, we'll let them set for about 10 minutes and then we're going to put some frosting on them. I like to really just glob the frosting on there. I mean, I don't know what reason you'd pipe frosting on a cinnamon roll because you need a lot of it. You know? Just like that. Just glob it on there, you know? Enough frosting to probably to mess your diabetes up. Now it's to presentation, you know, tray it on up, you know, make it look presentable. Although it's a giant cinnamon roll, so I don't know what else could be presentable than that. You know? What do you think of that? It's a whole lot of cinnamon roll. Well, hope you had fun spending your evening watching my video with me, and good luck on making your cinnamon rolls. Like I said, if you really like my videos, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to my channel to make sure you get all the newest content. And I'll put the recipe that we used on down in the comments for this. Have fun. Good luck.